In the last decade, the Philippines continue to be in the midst of a crisis. We are at war, in a far-reaching network of violence and hatred. Our economy is in disarray, and our environment continues to be exploited, a consequence of the greed and irresponsibility of leaders to effectively manage our country. Worst, our confidence on leaders, the government, and our very own democratic ideals continue to erode. All these are destroying the very political fabric of our societies that bind us as a people and a country, that has kept us stuck on a crisis quagmire and hopelessness. When in reality, there is hope that we fail to see. The significance of the feat that put the first Filipinos at the summit of Mount Everest. Oracion, Pastor Emata, who after a few months were followed by Carina Dayundon, Noelle Wenceslao, and Bilarmino, the only women among the 10 climbers to make a traverse climb at Mount Everest from Tibet to Nepal. The Human Development International, the movers of the call to save the mountains of the world that was endorsed by then UN Secretary General Kofi Annan and other leaders, has hailed this extraordinary feat that showed that we Filipinos have that innate ability to achieve our goals despite the insurmountable obstacles or where others feel an impossible quest. The feat has shown us that discipline, courage, seamanship, and the will to achieve greater heights are the very ingredients needed in order to liberate our people from the crisis that has plagued our country for many years now. And a leader that has the leadership qualities and visionary mind of Art Valdez that seek the greater good of the Filipino people.
Symbolic what the Filipinos can do if they put their acts together and they aim for the stars. There is nothing impossible that we cannot accomplish.
Yes, true indeed. A timely reminder that gives us hope despite the prevailing hopelessness in our country. Thus, we must dismantle the things that have caused so much division in our people and work together to achieve our aspirations in life. The Everest feat has awakened the true Filipino spirit and brought back the confidence as a people. The need to keep the fire burning in us gave birth to the Balangay project, which aimed to retrace the migration route of our forefathers as they braved the high seas during their times. This is in keeping with what our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, has said, that we can only reach where we are going if we look back to where we came from.
One of the major goals of this voyage is to stir up maritime consciousness. What do I mean by that? That the sea is a part of our natural environment. I remember that many parents keep on telling their kids, don't go out into the sea because malulunod ka or something will happen to you. That was the effect of colonialism when we're robbed of our maritime consciousness. And what we're trying to do is revive that by riding on an ancient boat.
A glorious past, only to be robbed from us by years of colonialism, where nowadays we have found ourselves blinded by greed and indifference to live in harmony with nature and to fulfill our responsibility as its caretakers and guardians. Instead, many have become adversaries of this environment which has given us life. The Balangay continues to set its sail in key places in the 7,107 islands of the Philippine archipelago, and ultimately in Southeast Asia, reminding us
that in our veins run the blood of the glorious maritime heroes of our ancient forebears.
the Balangay was able to evade typhoons and overcome bad weather conditions. But as they sailed through Sarangani in their approach to the Davao Gulf, they were battered by turbulent seas that forced them to seek shelter and make repairs. They have also made attempts to sail through high waves that came in various directions. Through the years, the Human Development International and the Kaya ng Pinay team, and now the Balangay, have remained a band of brothers bonded by its passion to save the environment and bring the best to humanity. HDI carries the vision of Art Valdez and the team as a catalyst in bringing back the true Filipino spirit in our journey as a people that give credence to our past.
John Largo and HDI has always been a partner, and they have been with us because we share the same values. HDI, the Kaya ng Pinoy team, that's really our group, have shared the same values of the best of the Filipinos.
The time has come for us to support and rally behind the very essence of the Balangay initiative, as to reaffirm our enduring Filipino spirit and the greatness of the Filipino people and nation, keeping in mind that greatness is never given but must be earned, just like what our forefathers have shown. The true Filipino spirit has no room for the faint-hearted, those who prefer leisure over work, and those who seek only the pleasures of riches and fame. Rather, it is for the risk-takers, the doers, the makers of things. But more often, men and women obscure in their labor, which will carry us to the long and rugged path towards prosperity and freedom.